if you look at this video, you probably will see Google play PvP in Loomian Legacy and try to win. But you know, Google, he can't play Loomian Legacy, of course. Like, it's Google. Google can't do anything. He just lets you know of information, and that's exactly what we need. We need to know information. Okay, what moves we should use. I do the moves, but Google is the one who tells me what moves to use. So basically, that's you know, the entire premise of battling, at least in Loomian Legacy and PvP. You gotta choose the right move at the right time, and you gotta swap at the right time. You gotta wait at this time, at the right time, and Google does that for us. So Google plays Loomian Legacy PvP, and the way it works is I've got a team, 7 Loomians. It's a fairly good and balanced team, though. You know, if you look at the sets, they are fairly old. I don't know if anyone's even going to recognize them, but like, these are old sets. They're not made for the current meta. I ain't got any new PP Loomians yet, and you know, I got these a couple months ago at least. So like, they will be outdated, but I can still win battles. Like, if I play properly, like without Google, I can definitely win battles, and I've won a fair bit of battles just using this type of team. So it's a good team. Of course, it's not updated, but it's still not a bad team. So Google is not like handicapped in like having a horrible, outdated team. The way it works is when I battle and I have my Loomian out, you know, when I choose team, I pick 1 to 7, and you know, pick teams, and the 2 numbers that are left over don't get picked, obviously. I'll show you later. I'll show you when I get into that. The way fighting works when we have our Loomian out is that I pick 1 to 4. If Google picks 4, we swap Loomian. If it's 1 to 3, we pick fight. After deciding whether we're going to fight or we're going to swap out Loomian, we're going to pick a number from 1 to 9. If it's 9, we wait or rest. The way we decide whether we rest or wait is we roll 1 to 8 or 1 to 10 to make it fair. If it's an odd number, we wait. If it's a full number, we rest, or not an odd number when that's called. And 1 to 2 is the first move, 3 to 4 is the second move, 5 to 6, etc. And you know, this is the first move. The way it works, the way I count it, is this is the first, this is the second, this is the third, and this is the fourth. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Just so you know. And that's about it. When we swap Loomian, obviously you roll a 1 to 5, as long as we have 5 Loomians, etc. And without further ado, we can basically start battling. Let's start battling this guy. And we're doing casual, because I don't know if this team fully complies with the rules of competitive. And it doesn't really matter. As you know, I don't know how good Google is yet. I've tried it, but that was a long time ago. Maybe, if I remember correctly, it might have won 1 battle, but that was extreme luck and against a bad player. And for now, anyone battle? Oh, nice. Is he really gonna battle? Me. Yeah. Okay, let's battle. Okay, let's roll a 1 to 7. On what Loomian we're gonna pick. Okay, let's start. We're starting off with 6. That is the tab. We're starting off with the tab. Good choice. Second, we're having 4. That would be Gather 9. And 3 being Officer, aka Cinemorph. Then 1 being a very nimble Sulong, Secret Ability. And then 6. We all have 6. We all 4. We all have 4. 7. And a Mewtwo. That's our team. And, you know, obviously very great choice against the opposing team. I didn't actually pay enough attention. I was too busy actually picking the Loomians, because last time I did it, this like one time on stream, long time ago. That didn't go that well. Because I ran out of time to choose my Loomians because I wasn't efficient enough. So I was too focused on that right now, but now we ready. Okay, let's roll a 1 to 4. We should first decide whether we fight or not, of course, I forgot. And we're gonna fight. Okay? And then 1 to 7. I mean 9. Are we gonna... What move are we gonna use? Or are we gonna rest? We're gonna use 4. That would be the move 2, because 1, 2, and then 3 and 4. So we're gonna use Toxic Tail. Maybe not the green arrow, but you know, you don't always click the green arrow, am I? Yeah? Like we're predicting Google, is predicting his swap. Oh, he's sending out the Evernoise. The Evernoise is totally weak to Toxic Tail, alright? Look at that amazing damage. I think Google did a slight mistake, but, you know, everyone does mistakes. Anyone could have done that mistake. Now, do we... 1 to 4, do we swap, or do we stay in? We stay in. 3. Well, 1 to 9. What move do we use? We use 8. That would be move number 4, which is poison. I mean, like, considering all the possible moves you could have chose, it's not a bad idea, really, is it? Poison. Dark Surge. Okay, that might do some slight damage, but that's fine. He can take it. Yeah, he can take it. Look at that. Look at Google using strategies. He knows it's gonna go down, so why not, you know, poison him while it's at it, you know? It's not like Bushwhack's gonna do that much damage. But does he want to swap now, though? Maybe now would be a good time to swap. I don't know. Google obviously knows more than me. Like, if you the reason you Google something is because you don't know something. So obviously, Google is reliable. We should trust Google. And we're gonna stay in because it's a 2, not a 4. And then what move are we gonna use? We're gonna use move number 1. I don't think that matters because it outspeeds. Yeah, it outspeeds it. Okay, I see. Like, we could have swapped, but then, you know, another Loomian might have gotten knocked out. So, you know, good strategy. Being smart and, you know, doing that poison damage is always a gate. And now, let's roll a 1, 2, 4 because of what 4 Loomians. The way I count it is 1, 2, 3, 4, remember? And we're gonna pick Loomian number 1. I did click, you know, if it's the same, if it rolls the same number, the number won't change, but I still click. So we're gonna send out Trolt. Trolt is a speeder boy. I don't remember, but I think he has maximum speed, and I don't know if he's nimble though. He's very nimble. As a gate, and 192 speeds. He should be able to outspeed his Evernoise. Because we're gonna stay in, alright, Google. Yeah, we're gonna stay in. We're gonna use move. Which moves do you think we should use, Google, now? We should use move 5. That would be the third move, Mega Jump. Ah, so we're predicting his swap because he predicts our very nimble one. So we predict the swap and... Oh no, actually we predict the finalies. That's smart idea. Oh, Google's doing some stats right there. Look at that stat. He expected that he was going to be taken down this turn, but he didn't. Oh, that's a smart stat. That is big brain plays. I would not have done that if I was him, and I would have gotten knocked out. That's a smart stats though, you gotta admit. And do we stay in? We do stay in. And 1 to 9. Do we guess? Do we bait? Do we attack? We use move number 2 this time. Fire buff. Okay. Fire buff. That should do enough damage with poison either way, so that should be fine. Let's fire buff. Yeah, spectral burst. That's not going to do anything. We can take 1 spectral burst. Oops, we didn't take a spectral burst. Looks like Google slightly miscalculated it. A slight miscalculation, or he was relying on poison. Either way, it didn't really matter. Look at that poison start working off in the end. And now we got 3 Loomians left. He's got 4. Just a slight advantage. And from 1 to 3, which Loomian we pick number 1. Good choice. Officer never goes wrong. Cinnamon, one of the best PP Loomians in the game. And, you know, in this case, he's got 2 stab moves. That's quite good. Okay, 1 to 4. We've still not swapped though. Hopefully I don't. Oh, I jinxed it. Oops. Okay, we're gonna swap. We're gonna tick him. Okay, we got 2 options. We can swap into Sulung or we can swap into Mewtwo. This time we're gonna swap into Mewtwo. Interesting choice considering we're up against a fighter, but I guess he's trying to predict that he's gonna swap into something that a Mewtwo is good into. Right? No, he's just gonna. Oops. Looks like it over-predicted a bit. Might take some slight damage from this, but I'm sure it's going to be fine. Oops. Accidents happen. He tried to predict it, but, you know, slightly failed in his predictions. Why would he even use Jungle Jutsu against... I don't even know. Well, we're going to use the Loomian 2, as I hopefully heard. I should make more loud. Click clear and loud so you can hear it. That I know you, so you know I'm actually clicking when it's the same number, but we can send Officer again. But is it going to predict our swap this time? Let's see. 1 to 4. We're not going to swap this time though. But is he going to try to predict that we're going to swap? Let's find out. 1 to 9. and we're rolling a 8. That means Airblade. Oh, that's a good strategy now. No, I like that. That's a good strategy. Jungle Jutsu. I can't take us out. Should be able to build one take hit. Yeah, we can take one hit. That's what it's built for, even though it's ancient. Okay, it did a lot of damage, but it sadly did not do enough. What do we do now, Google? This is not looking bright anymore. We may not survive with the next hit, but we're not going to swap. We're going to stay in system, because then we don't have to offer the other one, you know. And 1 to 9, we're gonna 7. That means third move, Mystic Beast. Maybe you should have chosen that earlier, because Mystic Beast, if you don't know, can increase speed. But either way, you know, we're gonna get hit anyway this time. It doesn't matter. Let's just sacrifice Officer. And now we got a Sulong, very nimble Sulong, max speed. Nothing can outspeed it, unless they have a speed up item, which I don't think exists in the game yet. So we're gonna go. We can't swap anymore, so now we don't need to go for. We don't actually need to go for like swapping, because you know there's nothing to swap to. Okay, what do move to use now? We use 4. That would be move number 2. Ain't okay. Interesting choice, considering you can basically one-shot it, but sure. I mean, like, it might be a good strategy, lowering his attack. I guess it predicted a swap. That was smart. That was a smart strategy. He knew like the tab was like, he wouldn't save the tab for later, so he was going to swap. But you know, that did not happen. If he had swapped into Loomian, instantly lost his attack. That's kind of sad, but you know, we can deal with that. You can take a hit. And next move would be B. That's the same move. I'm sorry, but Google, I think you did a miscalculation. Yeah, melee attack fell, range attack fell. Yeah, I don't think that's enough. I think Google did a slight mistake. Just a slight one, not big one. Oops. Google did a mistake. I mean, a couple of mistakes. We took down almost 2 of his Loomians though. That's good. Could have gone better, obviously. And with that, I think we're gonna end this video. This is like after the editing and stuff. I actually did an under battle, but now that I'm looking at the watch time on this video, it's a bit too long. If we get enough likes or views, if this video gets like 1k views within like the first 5 days, I'll make it part 2. If not, then I'll have to wait and see. Maybe I'll make it part 2, maybe not. I don't know for sure. But with that, that's it for this video. Leave a like if you actually liked it. If you didn't like it, you could leave a dislike or not. That's up to you. And consider subscribing to help support the channel. And most importantly, be good to